Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the Smart Whirlpool Top Load Washer, featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
We missed you!
Come here, kids. It's so good to see you again. Grandma and I have to catch up. Why don't you play in the other room for a bit?
Okay!
It's good to see you again, Mom. We all missed you.
I'm sorry it took so long. I lost a lot to my gambling problems, but I'm happy to have my life back with you.
We are too, Mom.
If gambling is creating a problem for you, call the Washington State Helpline at 1-800-547-6133 or visit evergreencpg.org.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Hey, you guys know that Adam Driver kid, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's Kylo Ren.
Oh, I thought he was the singer of Maroon 5. My bad.
Yeah, that's a different. Yeah,
that's a different Adam.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. He's Kylo Ren. He's the the very emo bad guy in the latest trilogy of Star Wars movies.
Okay.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, he then became an emo good guy, but he was still emo either way, really.
I haven't finished the movies yet, man.
Yeah, I know, but
he became a good guy.
Well, I mean, in his own little way.
Yeah,
we saved you a couple hours there, yeah. Steve.
I feel like I might have even seen that movie. I don't even remember that part.
Wow. I feel like if you've seen all the movies, it's kind of a big thing. I mean, it's the whole...
that's right, because you got the hots for the one girl.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, never mind. I'm in.
Yeah, you remember. I mean, you knew it was going to... Either they were going to be the ultimate bad guy couple or the ultimate good guy couple. Right, they were kind of pretty much telling you that, it's like, hey, these two. Though, I thought they were going to be brother-sister. That was my prediction.
Well, that's weird, BJ. Why were you hoping for that?
Well, there's already precedents in Star Wars.
Yes. I mean, you didn't watch the original trilogy, Game of Star Wars? It was really awesome with the brother-sister action.
Star Wars. Yeah. I'll click on this thumbnail.
Oh, yeah. It was, George Lucas is like, well, come on. I didn't think there were going to be more movies. Now, all right. Figured the whole brother-sister thing wouldn't matter.
Yeah, somebody needs to check his YouPorn search history.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Or don't.
That's a good point.
But that Adam Driver kid, he's been to Comic-Con because, when you are a part of a big science fiction fantasy superhero franchisey thing, eventually you're going to go to a Comic-Con. And, of course, the biggest one's San Diego. And he went once, and he did it for his first Star Wars movie, which was The Force Awakens. But he's like, yeah, he went, and he says he's not in a hurry to ever go again or to ever go to conventions in general again. And he was on the Graham Norton show and said, here's why.
You went to a Comic-Con. Did you like that?
No. I didn't know I was not going to like it till I didn't know the rules of a Comic-Con. If you want to go outside there, just put a mask on so nobody knows who you are because Star Wars was very, hadn't come out yet. Then I opened my window because I'd been in the room for 24 hours before this thing we're supposed to do. And then there was a band at the bottom of the building playing the Star Wars theme on repeat because we were all staying in a hotel. So it was scary. I mean, it's nice. I'm not anxious to go again.
I think that'd be fun to go around wearing a mask at one of those conventions if I was him. I'd have like a Darth Vader mask on the whole time.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a giveaway at all. Though that would be actually...
there's probably like 1,000 people wearing Darth Vader masks.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know that Will Wheaton has said that he's done that. He's gone around Comic-Cons wearing like in a costume so he can enjoy himself. Was it also the kid that played Frodo?
Elijah Woods?
Or was it Harry Potter? One of the two.
Daniel
of them,
Radcliffe?
I think, yeah, one of those two kids, they said they went to a Comic-Con, but they had to go as, in a costume because if Elijah Wood or, Daniel Radcliffe ever got spotted, they would be like, oh my God, it's Frodo, it's Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you were a big star in one of those kind of films and you had to go do the Comic-Cons, when you find like a little bit of get a kick out of like putting on a mask and just kind of fitting in with all the fans that are also dressed up, and I think I'd get a kick out of knowing that they have no idea that I'm the guy that they're there to see.
You're absolutely right. I think there are some people that actually dig that, and they also are like, some of them are really like loving the con experience, but can never go for that very reason, is that, people go, oh my God, it's you. And you don't really get to go as a regular Joe.
Or I just go as myself. I would just go. And then people are like, oh my gosh, aren't you Steve Mapes from Star Wars? I'm like, no, I just look like the guy.
It's just a really good cosplay.
Right. I'm just cosplaying as him. I shaved my head for this and everything.
Yeah.
That reminds me, though, because Bryan Cranston, when Breaking Bad was super huge, he did a Comic-Con, and he ended up walking the floor wearing a Heisenberg mask.
That's awesome.
And then he came up onto the panel wearing that and then took it off and showed it off to everybody.
Oh, man, that's a great troll because you're like, no, you weren't.
There's absolutely no way that he would be that. And it's like, nope, he totally was.
So, Steve, your idea is a good idea after all.
Why is this Kylo Ren guy being so, Adam Driver?
Because he's an actor.
Yeah. Well, if you're just a regular person that maybe doesn't like crowds or, all that, or doesn't want everybody basically John Cusacking you on the bottom of your window of your room, like you go, what is going on?
I love you, Kylo. I have a real name,
And if I'm correct, I think he did say it was before the first movie came out. So it's like, they probably thought that he thought maybe I'll get in trouble if I give anybody a clue that I'm in this movie and I'm maybe a somebody.
The trivia part is I was watching the interview clip from that Graham Norton show, and I haven't seen Adam Driver since he's gotten, obviously, I remember him from the Star Wars movies, and he's gotten older since. Not like he looks bad getting older, but he looks a lot like Gene Simmons. I don't know, like his hair or what it is, but he looks like a young version of Gene Simmons.
Oh,
You're absolutely right.
It's that hair. It's just the way it kind of tucks under behind the ear.
And they do have a similar facial structure now that you point that out, Steve. Boy, if there's a biopic that needs to be done again.
I was saying he just put on some Kiss makeup and he could just walk around as Gene Simmons at these conventions.
That's what I was thinking, too.
That's a great idea. Right. That would be so cool. It's like, wait, are you? Who
are you?
Yeah.
He is promoting right now House of Gucci that's coming out with Lady Gaga. He's like one of the big guy married to him. It's the movie that's coming out about the House of Gucci. Duh.
About the Guccis.
I don't even know. Is it like a horror movie or is that actually what they call Gucci's place? The House of
clothing
Gucci?
line?
Yeah, the clothing line.
Yeah. It's like
we need a movie about this?
It's a whole book.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently there's murder and other things.
You expecting me to read some, Rev?
No, I'm just letting you know that there are books out there, and sometimes they base movies off of books.
Right? It's about reckless spiral, betrayal, decadence, revenge, and ultimately murder. Murder.
All about
story?
I think so.
All about handbags? I mean, somehow this...
The whole family, because they're rich. So you got Lady Gaga's character who's poor, marries Adam Driver's character, and then she's,
So he's a Gucci guy. So he's supposed to be it's like Game of Gucci?
Maurizio Gucci. Yes.
Oh.
Maurizio Gucci.
Did I say that right?
Touch my hand.
It might be Maurizio. I don't know. It might be Steve. There's an O on the end, Vicky. It could be Maurizio.
Maurizio.
I used to know a Maurizio.
That was his whole pickup line back in the day.
What was his pickup line?
Hey, touch my handbags.
Oh, my God. Why did I ask to hear that again?
I don't know why.
I didn't hear it the first time, Rev. I thought I missed out on gold, but I should have known who was saying it and realized, there was a good chance there was no gold there. All right. Touching my handbag.
Touching my handbags.
That's really...
The Gucci.
You're the Gucci. Yeah. Okay. Hey, there was a college student that makes thousands of dollars all because of a sign that he held up while on TV. Maurizio Gucci will tell you all about it. He's got the Migs report for you after you touch his handbag at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
You know, I'm glad we can take this time for ourselves.
I know, me too. It's nice going on new adventures, experiencing new things, and creating new memories again. I missed you when you seemed lost in your gambling.
Well, I'm back and ready to visit new places and see new sights. Oh, and try new foods.
Yes, new foods.
If gambling is creating a problem for you, call the Washington State Helpline at 1-800-547-6133 or visit evergreencpg.org.
Hey guys, Matt McAllister here. Now look, all couples argue or disagree from time to time, but when that comes your norm and you find yourself, drifting apart, it might be time to reconsider that relationship. Look, I've been there. It's not easy on anybody, but if you do need professional, compassionate help, you might want to talk with the folks at Family Law Solutions. They're the partner you need when times get really tough. They provide solutions from adoption to prenuptial agreements to divorce and child support. And you don't have to go this alone. Get started today at FamilyLawSolutionsNorthwest.com. 99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Miggs Report.
Well, thanks, guys, and thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical for giving us the Miggs Report. And today, BJ, it's National Recycling Day, so make sure you recycle.
Oh, well, as it turns out, this is when I put out my recycling. It's usually every other Monday.
You and me both.
Hey, look at that.
Ooh, look at that. It's going to be a crazy day today.
Oh, you and I both. I mean, I hope they can deal with it.
Also, maybe swing by Nothing Bunt Cake, because today is National Bunt Day. Bunt Cake Day.
I see you. I celebrated it a little early because we did that on Friday.
How awesome are those?
Oh, they are ridiculous. I got them for a friend's birthday, and I said, okay, I'm going to go out there and plus they got the mini buns, sort of like little cupcake bundt cakes.
Those are the ones we get. Yeah.
You talked about those, and I didn't realize there's a smaller one than the one that I was getting. So I was like, I owe Steve an apology because I thought you were out of your mind.
I'm not.
And yeah,
well, maybe.
As it turns out, you were right. And man, they come in a pack of 12. So hey, those are good.
Breaking news: Steve is right about cake.
For once, I'm right about cake.
He's right about cake.
It's also the day to clean out your refrigerator because it's National Clean Out Your Fridge Day, which got me thinking of, I'm not sure if you remember this classic Bob Rivers song, BJ.
I'm cleaning out the fridge. Cleaning out the fridge. You can't help yourself. Cleaning out the fridge. You can't help yourself. Tell me if you think this is potato salad. Kinda tasted, kinda foul, and it's getting to you. Yeah.
Good morning, BJ. You know what? That brought back some nostalgic feels.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to every once in a while do that. Just play a little clip of a twisted tune, which, of course, longtime listeners of The Rock got to hear all of them, all those great years that Bob, Spike, and Joe were doing great radio here on The Rock.
The sweet vocal tones of Spike. It's awesome, man. I really dig it.
Yeah, and
it's such a ridiculous premise for a song,
right?
Yeah, I gotta play it today.
Yeah,
when else do you play it?
Exactly.
Yeah,
man, we got to go through his catalog and see if there's ways we can put them in there. Depending upon what's going on in our lives.
All right, we got to talk about this story that happened at this student at Old Miss. I don't know if you guys ever pay attention to College Game Day, but there's always people holding in the background while the guys are doing their show. There's all the fans in the background that are holding up flags, holding up signs, and just having a good time. Where there's this kid by the name, he's a college student by the name of Jack Gilliand, and he made a sign that just said, hey, Mom, send beer money, and had his Venmo username on it.
Oh, what a great idea.
Actually, he was inspired by that sign, so he just made his was a little bit more simple, and it just said, need beer money, and then had his Venmo account on it. So he didn't even bother asking Mom.
He didn't ask Mom. He was really throwing it out to all of us.
He said he spent about $5 to make this with a poster and a marker that he got at Walmart. And all of a sudden, he started noticing his phone starting to blow up, where somebody sent him $5, another person sent him $50, somebody sent him $150. Over the course of 24 hours, this kid made over $4,000.
That's a lot of beer.
And the cool part is that he's a big fan of Ole Miss, and the starting quarterback for the team, Matt Corral, during a press conference, even talked about the kid.
It's funny, I saw this dude with the Venmo, and I just saw like later on the bus, someone showed that he made like $2,000 off of that. That's insane.
Yeah, it actually doubled that. It ended up being $4,000. And as far as what he's going to do with the money, he's going to buy beer. No, I'm sure he's going to buy some beer with it, but also he's going to give some money to charity. He's going to donate, I guess, for every dollar that comes in, 25% will be donated to the William McGee Center at Ole Miss, which is focusing on mental health. So that's pretty cool that he's doing that.
That's going to be, $1,000 if I'm not mistaken, if I do the math right?
Yeah.
He's sending $1,000 to those guys.
Yeah. So if any more goes his way, he'll continue to do that. Also, he's going to put some towards stocks, which I thought was pretty awesome.
To the moon!
Well, that's pretty smart.
He's going to the moon, Rev.
I mean, that's what they want you to do. You know what? Invest in your future, invest in a charity, and then the rest for you. He's following that financial formula.
Yeah, he says, I want to expand my stock portfolio by throwing money into a long-term investment stock that I could not previously afford.
Whoa.
Good for him.
How about if that turns around and makes him a millionaire or something, if the stock goes insane?
Insane.
Wow.
Talk about insane. How about this woman? She jumped into the lion enclosure at the Bronx Zoo. What? And I don't know if she thought the lion was like a dancer or something, because she decided to make it rain as she tossed $100 bills at the lion and said, I love you, King.
What?
While also wearing a red dress with leopard print on it and holding a bouquet of roses.
Oh, wow.
Is this like a TikTok or something?
I don't know. Here's the crazy part. This isn't the first time they believe that this woman's done this. They believe it's the same woman that did this back in 2019, where she was caught on camera sneaking into the lion's den as well.
Oh, okay. So it's the same Kay. It's this. All right. Maybe it's not a TikTok. Maybe needs
in
help.
love with a lion.
Yeah,
in love with the lion.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Wow.
All right.
The Lion Queen coming soon to Netflix.
All right.
Wow.
I mean, why not? Right?
Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, she looks like she. Yeah.
She likes to party.
Yeah.
Anyone who wears leopard print, I've always said, likes to party.
True.
Yeah.
And here's yet another example of that. I mean, she's taking partying to a whole other level, where she wants to party with a lion.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the king of the jungle and all. I suppose. Why not go for the best?
That's like one of those moments where you do wish you could kind of get inside the mind of this animal and just wonder what he's thinking. Like, I'm going to eat the living hell out of this person, or, man, that bitch is crazy. I got to stay away from her.
Yeah, it's like, if I eat her, will I catch what she's got? Never mind. I'll just wait for what they're going to feed me.
Seahawks.
Well, what happened? Something happened yet? Did we play yesterday?
They still haven't scored yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
Man, it was 3-0 going into the fourth quarter. Defense was looking really solid. A couple boneheaded idiot penalties, but for the most part, we're playing really well. But the Seahawks offense could not do a damn thing against a very good defense with, of course, with the Green Bay Packers, but still, it was just frustrating. I mean, they couldn't even do it.
I don't know I don't know what it illustrates, because, but it illustrates a lot of dismay in me this morning.
Oh, man. I mean, Jamal Adams looked really good. That was nice to see him playing kind of the way that he's supposed to be playing, which I think they were using him in the way that they should be using him. Russ looked like ass out there. I mean, how else do you describe it? He just looked terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, some of those throws he was throwing, I'm just like, man, maybe you should have spent 22 hours a day working on that finger. That's just 19. I don't know. Did you guys catch Geno? He deleted the tweet. I luckily screen captured it. But it looked like Geno Smith, the backup quarterback, was bitching on Twitter.
Really?
He wrote, I want to vent, but I know it ain't safe. Whoa. And nobody knows exactly what that meant. But then he deleted it, so you got to wonder, was he taking a shot at the team? Not using. I mean, there are a lot of people out there like, hey, I think the team would have done better with Geno Smith, and I can't fault them for thinking that.
Yeah, and you know what? You cut out on me, Steve. So what'd you say? What did Geno say?
Geno said, I want to vent, but I know it ain't safe.
Oh, wow.
And then he deleted that tweet because I looked again this morning to see what kind of response he got from that. Because I'm like, oh, this should be good.
Yeah, right.
And then I went online. I'm like, oh, that tweet's gone.
Well, yeah, and
there's forever on my phone in the screenshots.
I mean, a lot of us. The only way it could have been worse with Geno Smith is if in fact there were some pick sixes. That's the only way the performance could have been worse.
Yeah,
is if he actually gave up points. That's the only way. But I can see his frustration, and I go both ways on this, Steve.
Yeah.
Like Russ has to come back sometime, and he has to be rusty sometime, and he has to figure it out and get back his rhythm sometime. So the sooner the better.
Sure.
That's the way I look at it, as opposed to, well, would we have won with Geno in there yesterday? I don't know. There's no guarantee we would have.
And one of those interceptions in the end zone, I mean, I don't understand how that was even an interception. It looked like the guy dropped the ball. I mean, there was a couple calls where it seemed like the refs were just like out and out just trying to F the Seahawks. I mean, I'm sure that happens with a lot of teams. I don't pay attention to the other teams and how the refs are around them. But, man, oh, man, there was a couple where I'm like, do these refs just hate the Seahawks? Like that one holding call where it pushed us back out of field goal range where it was like our guy just fell over, and I don't even know what the hell he was holding other than, like, himself up, maybe.
It's pretty embarrassing. And one of the things people are saying is that these rule changes and the inconsistency of the refs, and the way they're interpreting them, are a real problem right now, because that's embarrassing. And also, Aaron Levine made a good point. He said, "What if the dude who intercepted the ball was a wide receiver? Would they have called that a touchdown?"
No,
because
it
would. He didn't have. So it's like, what's the difference? And Jordan Babineau is sitting there going, "Dude, you got me, and I played the game."
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot more wrong than just the refs in that game. I mean, but still, DK Metcalf just continues to act like a child out there.
I know, it's embarrassing.
He gets kicked out of the game and then goes back in. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
What, he's like a mustache or something?
Dude, he just went back in, and they're like, "What are you doing? You've been kicked out of the game." And he goes back over to the sidelines and looks confused as the coaches are explaining to him, "No, you've been kicked out of the game. That means you can't play anymore."
Yeah,
wow.
Really, DK, come on. And in the press conference, he really, I know he was upset, but, man, he's just not coming off very likable. I think the only question people should ask him is when he's dyeing his hair back. Because the blue ain't working.
No.
It ain't working for what it's supposed to be working for.
Well, that shutout was the first time in Russell Wilson's career that he's been shut out. First time in 10 years that the Seahawks were shut out. And here's Russell Wilson, still the optimist after the game.
We should have won that game. Our defense played great. Guys battled throughout the whole game. Have 100% confidence in our team and what we can do and what I can do and what we're going to do. It's really what my mindset is.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
And you know what? You're right, Steve. He stunk. He said he stunk. Mm-hmm. He said that it was his fault. It was all on him. That's why I look at a DK Metcalf and go, man, you got the dude right in front of you that shows you how to be. And you spent time with him in the offseason, and the guy is trying to mentor you. Figure it out, DK. Come on. And, the same thing with, I'm forgetting the defender's name that threw the shoe.
Carlos Dunlap.
Yeah, and
he typically doesn't act like that, though. I agree, though.
That was points.
Yep.
I mean, they got a
boneheaded move.
Yeah, and so I'm just getting frustrated seeing these kind of moves from guys. I mean, especially since the defense played so well. I mean, but that was a backbreaker.
And Pete Carroll, how about you keep your red flag in your pocket where you can find it?
I know that.
Did he drop his phone?
He dropped an electric hand warmer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know what that was.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, what is going on that you don't know where? That's such an old man moment. I seem to have misplaced my red flag.
Yeah. You know what? If
it's on your head, that's why.
If he was trying to buy more time to see if he should throw the flag, then he's a genius using the old man card. Because they were trying to figure out, should we throw the flag? And he explained later that he was like, yeah, everybody upstairs just said the way they rule it in New York, they're not going to give it to us.
Of course, we'll talk more about the game with the host of Mitch Unfiltered, Mitch Levy, at 7:17 this morning. The Kraken lost again. That was very frustrating. Ren Pitt, first time scoring a goal, then he scored another one, then he scored another one. He had an actual hat trick for the Minnesota Wild. His first goals, all in the same game, all in a row. The Wild beat the Kraken 4-2. They showed some fight in that third period, but man, it's getting frustrating, obviously. But let's hope they can turn it around this Wednesday when they play the Blackhawks. Yeah. Because after the Blackhawks, it's a rough stretch of some really good teams. So they better win that game on Wednesday.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Hey, best wishes to Ken Griffey Jr. He was hit by a car outside of T-Mobile Park. What? Okay, not Ken Griffey Jr. himself, but his statue.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Somebody ran into the Ken Griffey Jr. statue?
Yes, did you see it?
Wow, why would you? That's a horrible
I don't think
headline.
they intentionally did it, unless they're not happy with the Mariners and their decisions, but somebody crashed into the statue. The statue's
okay.
It looks like it got a little chipped at the bottom, but...
Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't even Ken. It was like the little box he's standing on, so that works.
Right.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel bad. I don't know about that headline. You know what? I don't need this early in the morning.
Yeah, man. Wow. My apologies.
Man. Wow.
Thought I said it fast enough to know that you guys...
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, let me try this. Hey, Steve, a loved one of yours died. Okay, let's move on. Yeah,
I should have got hit by a car. It's a big difference than someone dying.
Oh, you're right. Hey, Steve, a loved one of yours got hit by a car. All right, now let's go to, what's the weather?
But then I said it was the statue, so you did us all wrong.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I totally... you know what? I'm not an expert on clickbait. I don't know how to do it.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to get a job at TMZ.
Okay.
Got me, man. All right, my apologies. Ken Griffey Jr. is fine. His statue, not so much.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes.
Well, the base of the statue. Actually, the statue apparently is okay.
Well, the base is part of the statue.
He's standing on... But, the statue is of him, and then they put it on a rock or something. So, Ken Griffey Jr. didn't run around with, cement shoes that look like that, did he?
Oh, maybe he did.
Oh, wow.
Well, thoughts and prayers to Ken Griffey Jr. statue.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Forest weather, 61 degrees. It's going to rain today.
Yeah?
That's
it
is? Report, and that turns up. I know, it's a shock, right?
On Friday, Steve did get this one right. But again, you only get 3 guesses.
What color does the sunset on Mars appear as?
Orange.
No.
Red.
No.
Purple.
No.
Blue?
Yep.
Damn it.
Sorry, buddy. Blue sunset, man. That would be cool to see. Wow. Hey, you want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs. We'll do that at 6:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the smart Whirlpool top-load washer featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
Oh my gosh, it's been too long since I've been on a bike. I really like it. Living a healthy life free of gambling problems is a lot of fun and a nice change of pace.
Did you say race?
No. Yes.
Reconnect with yourself and the ones you love. If gambling is creating a problem for you, there's hope and help. For more information, call the Washington State Helpline at 1-800-547-6133 or visit evergreencpg.org. That's evergreencpg.org.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.